Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is one of the most anticipated videos in the channel, and that is the best titans for every single role in the game. So in this video I will tell you guys my own opinion on the best titans for every single role, and this is going to be my own personal opinion. So it is not an official list or anything like that. And for this video I'll be considering the 5 roles that are main in Clash of Titans: the support role, the DS laner, the AD laner, the mid laner, and the jungler. So for the jungler, we'll have some mages, assassins, and also warriors. And for support, we'll have some tanks and supports. So I will explain about their abilities a little bit as the video goes on, and I will also give you the reasons as to why I consider these titans as the best, and you should start practicing them and master them. So since the game is fairly new, I think videos like this are most important because it will help you guys decide which hero to pick and start practicing instead of wasting time on the wrong titans. So yeah, now with all that out of the way, let's get right into the video. And if you guys like videos like this and want more of it, let me know in the comment section, because I got the idea for this video from the comments of you guys, because for the last few weeks you've been asking me to make a video like this, and today I got the perfect time. So here we have the video. And also a quick announcement regarding the event that we are conducting in Hexa United. So we will be giving away a legendary skin, epic skin, and a Valor skin in the event. It's not going to be a very competitive, only pros can win type of event. It is going to be a fun one in which all of you guys can participate and you can win a chance at winning these skins. So good luck with that. The only thing that you need to do is join the Discord server, and we will announce everything about the tournament there. Okay, so with all that out of the way, let's get right into the video. So the first role that we are going to see is going to be the support role. So for every role I will recommend 5 titans for you guys, and I won't rank one above the other unless I am very sure that the one is very strong. So okay, so going into the tank tab first, among these tanks I think Thane is the only one who is also not available in the support tab. So Thane is one of the best supports, guys, because of how much tanky he is and how much crowd control he can give. His passive also helps him stay longer in fights. His first ability is a great push. His second ability can go through walls and also stun the enemies, and his third ability is like a finisher which will deal true damage. And now let's go to the support tab. Annette. So Annette is a ranged support, and she also deals a lot of damage herself. She has a really good ultimate, and she is very good in synergy with the Marksman jungler. So since her ability creates a wall, and if you stand inside the wall you won't get stunned. So if you are playing Marksman jungle such as Violet or Moran, you can pick Annette as your jungler to help you with the jungle in the early game, because Annette deals a lot of damage. So she can help you clear the jungle faster, and in team fights if the enemy assassin jumps on you, Annette can create the wall and protect you. So this is why I would recommend Annette. And Grak. So Grak is a very game changer type of hero, because if his hook lands properly, he will turn the tides of the match immediately. So if the opponent Marksman has the most gold, if somehow your Grak manages to pull him, your team will instantly kill him, and then the whole match will be turned upside down. So Grak has a lot of changing the match potential, and his third ability is also a really good stun. You can use it with flicker in order to catch your enemies off guard. And next is going to be Lumber. So Lumber is a recently buffed very strong titan, and he is quite tanky as well. His ultimate is the best of his abilities because it is a very long ranged stun ability. it knocks up all the enemies, and Lumber can use it from very far away. He doesn't need to go close and use the ability. This makes him very strong because he can stand outside the tower and stun enemies inside the tower to help your assassins jump in. He also has a really good dash with the second ability, and his first ability can push enemies behind. So these are the things that make him strong. And then the last one will be Mina. So Mina is like a warrior support. She can do a lot of damage herself, and her support ability is her third ability, which makes all the enemies attack her. So if an assassin tries to jump on your teammate, you can use your third ability on him so that he will stop attacking them and they will start attacking you instead. But since you are tanky, you will not die so easily, and her first ability also gives you a lot of true damage and lifesteal, and that is why Mina is strong. So the 5 titans that I recommended in the support are Thane, Annette, Mina, Grak and Lumber. Now let's go over to the warrior role. These warriors are played in the DS lane. Okay, now I am going to recommend all the heroes that can be played in the DS lane. DS lane is the Dark Slayer lane. If you go into the match, it will point the arrow towards that lane and say Slayer lane. That is the DS lane, guys, so don't get confused. Now the first recommendation for the DS lane will be Omen. So Omen is a very strong warrior because of his ultimate, and that the reason for that is that his ultimate can chain an enemy and tie them for 5 seconds. So you can use this to your advantage if you are the jungler assassin. So whenever you go to Omen's lane to kill the enemy there, Omen can tie them and that hero won't be able to escape, right? So they won't be able to use flicker, sprint, they won't be able to run. If Omen ties them, you will get a free kill. So whenever Omen is in your team, if you go to the Dark Slayer lane, you get a free kill on the enemy hero. So that is why Omen is so powerful, and his second ability makes him very tanky during team fights, and he also deals a lot of damage himself, and yeah, that is why I would recommend Omen. My second recommendation will be Alain. So Alain is one of the strongest heroes in 1v1 combat. He has so much lifesteal, so much damage, so much sustain, and his ultimate is very good for initiation. This all makes him one of the best heroes, best titans in the game, and also he can kill most of the heroes in the game, if not everyone except L'Oreal in 1v1 in Clash of Titans right now. And the next hero that I would recommend you guys is Malok. So Malok is a warrior who deals true damage on all of his abilities once he activates his passive. So Malok has a really long range first ability. He has a very good initiative ability, and that is his third ability, and his second ability provides him shield. So Malok is really good for initiation. He can jump under the tower directly on top of the backline and help you win fights easily. So the fourth recommendation would be Varus. So Varus is a very strong early to mid lane mid game hero, and she kind of becomes weak in the late game. But if you are having Varus in the team, try your best to play very aggressively in the early game, because that is when she is at her strongest, and in the late game, even before she gets the stacks, she will get killed. So yeah, Varus is also very strong. And the last one I would recommend is Zuka. So Zuka is a newly released titan, and he is an assassin who is played in the Dark Slayer lane, and he is very good at eliminating the enemy Marksman and Mage with his flicker ultimate combo. He can just one-shot the enemies in team fights, providing a lot of utility. He also has 4 dashes, 2 from his first ability, 1 from his second ability, and 1 from his third ability. This all makes him one of the best DS laners in Clash of Titans. So in DS laner tab, the heroes that I recommended you for the DS lane are Omen, Alain, Malok, Varus and Zuka. Now let's go over to the jungle role. So the jungle role is mostly played by assassins, and these are the 5 that I would recommend. So the first one is obviously going to be Kira, because she is my favorite assassin right now. She is so good at killing any hero, not just not just enemy squishies, she can also one-shot enemy mages, tanks and warriors also. So yeah, Kira is my first recommendation. Second one will be Zill. Zill is also very good at eliminating the backline. He has a lot of sustain with his second ability's shield, and he has a good untargetability ability with his third ability. So he can go in and become untargetable and kill the enemy marksman. So that makes him really formidable opponent. And the third one that I would recommend is Zephys. Zephys is obviously one of the strongest, has been one of the strongest titans ever since the game has been launched like 4 years back. He is so hard to kill, he is so tanky. The lower his HP gets, the tankier he gets. And if you build him full attack build, he can one-shot enemies. If you build him full tank, he still one-shots enemies. So yeah, he is one of those junglers who will never die. And his abilities, his third ability is very good for initiation, his second ability is lifesteal, and he is a very good jungler as well. So the fourth hero that I will recommend is Tulan. So Tulan is a mage who is mostly played in the jungle and almost banned in most of the matches because of how strong he is right now. He can kill multiple enemies thanks to his ultimate. If he manages to kill one with it, he will be able to kill all the enemies. So yeah, he has 3 dashes. He is hard to kill than other mages. He doesn't have a lot of stuns, which makes him not a very good mid laner, but his damage output makes him a very good assassin. Yeah, and the fifth hero for assassin would be Butterfly. Okay, so let's go with Butterfly. I was not sure. The first 4 I was sure, but the fifth one, okay, we can go with Butterfly. Yeah, she has a really good set of abilities. She will also be not very powerful in the late game, so capitalize on her strong early game and middle game and try to win the match as soon as possible if you're playing Butterfly. And if you want to know how to play Butterfly, check out my Butterfly tutorial as well. So she has really good abilities to jump onto the enemy and finish them off, and then keep jumping on others. Like she can chain her abilities if you use properly and kill multiple enemies. And the next role that we are going to do is my role for my team, and that is the mid lane role. So the first hero that I would recommend is Liliana, and she is one of the hardest heroes to play, and if you know how to play her, she will easily obliterate tanks, warriors, marksman, mage, assassin. She is a beast. So try to learn how to play Liliana and you will be able to carry games by yourself. I am also going to upload a Liliana tutorial soon. It is going to be very long and it's going to be quite hard to make, and that is why I've been postponing the launch of it, the making of it actually, but I will make it soon since it's Easter holidays now. So yeah guys, Liliana is going to be my first recommendation for mid lane. The second one is going to be Ignis. So Ignis is a very powerful mage because he can continuously keep dealing damage to the enemies with his auto attacks. Since he got reworked, his auto attacks also deal a lot of damage, which allows him to keep dealing damage instead of waiting for abilities. So he has good stuns, good amounts of damage, good mobility, and overall he's a good mage. And then Illumia. So Illumia is like the goddess of crowd control. She is the best hero to provide crowd control for your team. She has a very low cooldown on her first ability and she can throw it to stun multiple enemies. Her third ability gives vision on all the enemies for a few seconds, and also she deals a lot of damage, and overall she is a very strong mage. And how many? 1, 2, 3. So the fourth one will be Alistair. So Alistair has his ultimate, which makes him like one of the most unique heroes who can lock the enemy in place for 3.5 seconds. Even though they have Purify, or if their support gives them Purify or cleanse them, they will not be able to escape. The enemy who is locked by Alistair is locked for 3.5 seconds unless Alistair gets stunned. So this alone is enough to shut down a lot of assassins. For example, if the enemy assassin is like has a lot of gold and keeps killing everyone, Alistair can just lock him and for 3.5 seconds and your team will be able to shut him down. And for this reason, Alistair is one of the best mages. And for the 5th best mage, we'll go with Crixie. And Crixie is a very straightforward hero who has a very good stun, a long ranged damage ability, and also good mobility. Whenever she hits an ability on enemies, she will go fast. So overall, she is a very strong mage and she is also picked in very high ranked matches. So yeah. So the 5 heroes that I would recommend for mid lane are Liliana, Ignis, Illumia, Crixie, and Alistair. So for the Marksman, and that is the final role, and these heroes, titans will be played in the AD lane. So the first one that I would recommend you guys is Lavil. Lavil is very easy to play and he is one of the strongest marksmen in the game. He can deal damage to 3 enemies at once, which automatically makes him one of the best marksmen because of his area damage. So he also has a really good second ability which will help him evade a stun, and then his third ability is a very long stun. If you manage to snipe someone across the map and if your teammate is near them, that enemy is surely dead. Okay, so these things make Lavil one of the best marksmen. And the next one will be Yarn. So Yarn, like most of you might think that Yarn is a noob hero, he is a beginner hero, but he is actually one of the strongest marksmen and he deals the most damage among all the marksmen. His burst can kill tanks, warriors, assassins, and everyone alike. The only downside is he doesn't have a lot of mobility, but if you know how to position yourself and if you know geometry, you will be able to pierce through multiple enemies and deal damage to all of them. And the third one will be Hayate. Hayate is a bit different from all the other marksmen because you have to maintain this energy system, and if you fail, your abilities will be locked and you won't be able to use them. But once you get a hang of playing Hayate, you will be able to carry games yourself because he is extremely hard to kill and he can kite better than most of the marksmen in the game, and he also deals true damage, which makes him one of the most unique marksmen in the game. And the fourth one will be Telenas, and Telenas is one of my recent favorites among marksmen. She can just 4-shot the enemy marksman or mage or whoever comes in her range in the late game, and that makes her very powerful because she can outrange the enemy marksman. So basically Telenas is like the counter to most of the marksmen. Just 4 arrows at the right time will help you kill the enemies with Telenas. And so 1, 2, 3, 4. So the last marksman that I would recommend is Brunhilde. So Brunhilde is like the counter to Telenas and Yarn. Even though Telenas and Yarn have very high range, Brunhilde can outrange them with her third ability, and she also has a mobility ability and a trap which can give you vision and shield, and then her third ability which can deal area damage and has a very long range. So overall she is also a very good marksman. So yeah, so these the 5 marksmen that I recommended were Lavil, Yarn, Hayate, Telenas, and Brunhilde. So yeah guys, that's gonna be the 25 titans that I would recommend you guys to start playing and master them because they are better than others. So if you guys think that there are other titans who are strong and I might have missed, let me know in the comments. I will tell you guys why I didn't select those titans and what is the drawback for them. And again, this list is my own personal list, so this is going to be my opinion. So yeah, it's not an official list or anything like that. So that's gonna be it for today's video guys. I hope you all found this video helpful and entertaining, and if you want more videos like this, let me know in the comments below. If you wish to support me, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like in this video so that this video gets recommended to more people. And yeah, I hope you all have a really great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.